Almost every Wednesday morning, I gather with these two guys and read the Bible. And we've been reading through the book of Kings recently. And one of the stories we ran across recently was the story of King Jehu. Now, if you know anything about Jehu, he was a guy who was tapped by the prophet Elisha. He went up to him and anointed him for this task and said, Jehu, you have been chosen by God to go carry out the prophecy against King Ahab and his family and Jezebel and all the evil that they've put in Israel. And you're going to go take them out. You're going to go wipe them off the face of the earth. You are going to be God's instrument of judgment in their lives. So Jehu says, wow, I accept God's call. And he goes to Israel and he wipes out all of Ahab's family. He gets rid of Jezebel. He even kills hundreds of prophets of Baal by tricking them to get into this giant worshiping center of Baal. And he wipes it out. And it says that Jehu wiped out Baal worship in Israel. He accomplished his calling. But it's really weird if you keep reading the story, because as you keep going, it says this. It says this. Whenever you see the word but, it's like not a good thing. And it says this. But Jehu failed to destroy the high places that had been put there by his ancestors, and he continued to worship at those. Man, this great story of this guy totally passionately sold out for God's call, anointed by God to carry out God's judgment against Ahab and his family and the prophets of Baal, but he left the high places in place. What was he thinking? What was he thinking? Why would he leave these two high places? Why would he think he still needs them after destroying all those other things that God told him to destroy? You know, I got to tell you, after I read that story, it really made me think. It made me ask the question of myself, what high places have I left in place? I'm called by God. I do all this stuff for God, passionately trying to follow Him. But what high places have I left standing in my life that are totally just disgusting to God? Places I still go, still turn, still worship, still go back to. What high places is the church left in place that we keep going back to as if we need those things? Is it time to tear down your high places? Is it time for me to tear down mine?